When Dispatch was revealed at the Game Awards 2024, I thought it looked cool and then immediately brushed it off with, but that's not something I'm going to play. Despite my love for visual novel games like Danganronpa, I'm usually not clamoring to play them. However, as more trailers were released, the more I felt compelled to try it out. Then over Christmas, a good friend of mine gifted me the game on Steam with the note, "I hope you enjoy it as much as I did." Little did I know how much I would enjoy it and why I think everyone should play it too. Dispatch is an episodic visual novel centered around a team of superheroes working together to protect Los Angeles from an array of crimes. You play as Robert Robertson, a former beloved superhero whose mech suit was destroyed in a battle with his arch-nemesis. With no inherent powers, Robert cannot return to fighting crime until it's fixed and ends up with an opportunity to work as a dispatcher at a superhero dispatch center. However, Robert isn't working with any ordinary superheroes. He's working with a team of ex-supervillains currently working to be reformed. You will help Robert navigate the personalities of these villains, try to build friendships and team camaraderie, and work towards rebuilding your suit to get back out there and be a superhero. Dispatch comes from the writers and directors of The Wolf Among Us and Tales from the Borderlands. Both of these games received a lot of praise for their story and dialogue options, and they don't appear to have missed their stride here in Dispatch. These games feature a lot of choices in how the narrative unfolds. Certain scenes will lead to a choice between several different options with a timer. Depending on your selection, characters involved can remember your choice and could lead to a different experience than others that have played that same scene. For instance, an early scene sees Robert down on his luck and some former villains giving him a hard time. You have the choice: throw alcohol at them or water. In my case, I threw alcohol, which ended up catching the villain on fire due to the fire-wielding ability of them. Later in the game, I came across that same character whose eyebrows now are singed, and he was not happy with me. The game is so well written and immensely funny. As I played, I couldn't stop laughing, and sometimes my wife in the living room would make comments on how loud I was or how often I was laughing as I played. It's also amazing to see that each of the branching paths are so well done that they feel like they're the true path to play this game. The visuals of this game are top notch. It truly felt like I was playing a TV show, and it made me crave more and more as I played. The team at Ad Hoc Studio nailed the look and animation of the game, and the dialogue choices popped up with more than enough time for you to make a selection. The scene then just flowed smoothly as if no choice was even needed to be made. There wasn't a jarring look as if my selection needed to load in for the scene to have the accurate reaction, which ended up enhancing my overall enjoyment and made me feel connected to every second of the story as I played. When you aren't making dialogue choices, you're helping Robert dispatch the former villains across the city to tackle various problems the civilians of Los Angeles have. This can range from a cat being stuck in a tree to full-on crimes taking place. You need to decide who is the best hero or heroes for the job, going off of small details given to you for the problem and matching it with the 5 stats each hero has. Once the task is complete, you then will find out if you succeeded, and that hero will go on rest for a period of time, unable to go on to another call until they've recovered. The amount of calls can lead to a hurdle of trying to balance when to send certain heroes out with waiting long enough for their rest to end. I found this part of the game exhilarating, which was interesting since I'd seen so many people complain about this section. While it's not everyone's thing, the strategy of the selection and the tension of seeing was I going to succeed when I only had a 35% chance actually led me to win and keep me excited as I played. I wanted to see more of this, and I actually could kind of see myself playing something like this more in the future. The other minigame that you will experience is a hacking segment that can pop up at various times in the game. This requires you to navigate a maze, making inputs to unlock certain segments of the grid as you work to reach the end before a timer runs out. Now, some of these can be really challenging, as there sometimes is an anti-hacking software that tries to stop you, and the timer can lead to some stressful moments. These were probably my least favorite part of the game, but it did make me feel very skilled when I pulled off some of the most complex hacking segments, like I had truly pulled off a great feat. But more often than not, I just found them a bit of annoyance or frustrating as I played them. I want to highlight the fact that Dispatch doesn't get anywhere near the heights of what it achieved without the fantastic performance by the various voice actors. Each character in this game stands out in different ways and made me grow attached to them all. I became so captivated by this squad of misfits that I wanted to defend them from every mistake they made or insult that was thrown their way. The writers made all of them feel so well-rounded that you couldn't help but feel bad for their faults or actions taken to get to their current situation, and that was delivered so well by each voice actor with every line of dialogue. Dispatch captured my heart at the beginning of episode 1 and never let it go through its 8-episode run. While there are some minor complaints that arose during my 10 hours of play, it felt more like a minor speed bump on my loving journey. With a great story, intriguing dialogue branches, a really fun dispatch mechanic, and fantastic characters, Dispatch may be very tough to top as my favorite game I've played in 2026, despite it being one of the first games I've beaten this year. I'm giving Dispatch a 10 out of 10. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you liked the review, give the video a like, and if you've made it this far, why not hit the subscribe button to show your support? You can then be notified of future videos or streams that I have coming out. Also, comment down below what games you would give a 10 out of 10 to. As always though, everybody, stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on gaming. We'll see you all in the next video, but until then, enjoy yourselves.